We were talking with Bob McConnell, one of SABR's 16 founding members back in 1971. Bob, I wanted to ask you how you came about to join SABR.
Okay, well, it's sort of a long story. Back in the old days, Bob Davids used to write articles, short articles for the Sporting News. And he'd always sign off the article, L. Robert Davids, Washington, D.C. And of course, I was an avid reader of the Sporting News, and one of his little articles, one issue, was on minor league home runs, which is one of my main research projects. So I went to my local library, got a Washington telephone book out, and looked him up in the phone book, his mailing address, and I wrote him a letter. And as a result of that letter, we started corresponding. And I don't know, maybe 6 months or a year later, he wrote to me, along with several other people who he corresponded with, and threw this idea at us of forming a little club with researchers, baseball researchers. So I wrote back that this sounded like a great idea. And apparently a few of the other people he corresponded with agreed that it was a great idea. So Cliff Cackline was one of the people. Cliff at the time was a historian at Cooperstown, and Cliff agreed to hold this meeting at the Hall of Fame. And so Bob Davids sort of took it from there and invited, I don't know, I guess maybe 25 different people to come to a meeting. He set the date, and I was one of the people that went to Cooperstown. All of the people did not go to Cooperstown, but most of them said this is a great idea and I'd be willing to join. Well, 16 of us, including Cliff Cackline and Bob Davids, showed up at Cooperstown, and we talked for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and we formed the organization, and picked the name, picked the officers, and we were off and running. After the meeting was over, several of us talked together and said, you know, I think we'll grow a little bit. This organization might grow to 50 people. And here we are today, what, close to 7,000 people. We never dreamed that the organization would evolve to something like this. But I would say that Bob Davids was not only the founder, he was the guiding light for many years. Bob was a great researcher, he was a great organizer, and he was the kind of person who could handle that from an executive point of view. So that's the early history of SABR.
What are you most proud of in your 40 years in SABR?
Oh gosh, I guess I'm most proud of my friendship with Bob Davids. Bob and I were very good friends. I really admire Bob.
Did you think you would be around to see 40 years of SABR?
No. No, I'm 86 years old now. I used to tell my wife at one time, after 40, I'm going to kick the bucket.
All right, Bob, thank you for your time.